Fred Smith was a local businessman here in Dallas and a really strong Christian leader. He worked in the business world, but he was also kind of a lay theologian, spoke frequently in journals like Leadership and wrote articles for Christianity Today in which he really explored dimensions of Christian faith in a really profound way. One of those articles, he asked a question. He said, imagine this week that you got into trouble. I mean real trouble, not just a little trouble. I'm talking about front page of the newspaper trouble, scandal trouble, a notorious blunder, something that you did that is on the evening news. And then he asked the question, what would you do at 11 o'clock on Sunday morning after a week like that? Would you go to church? He suggested that how you answer that question tells a whole lot about how you understand what Christianity is about. I'd like to tweak the question. I would like to tweak the question, because I'm going to assume you're going to go to church following a week like that. Even after a week like that, I'm going to assume you're going to church. So my tweaked question of Fred's is this. What would you go to church expecting to hear? Martin Luther, the reformer, said that God only has two words that he speaks to us, no and yes. The no of the gospel, or the no of the law, the yes of the gospel. The no is the word of judgment. The no is the word of condemnation. The no is the word of, you have fallen short of my expectations. The yes of the gospel is the message that I still love you, that I still want to be in relationship with you, and that I have made provisions for forgiveness and for reconciliation. What we think it works, we think it works is like this. We think that these are sequential. We think that we're going to hear either one or the other. In church, we're either going to hear no, and there are no churches, or we're going to hear yes, and there are yes churches. But I want to suggest today that that's probably the wrong way of looking at this. God does speak two words, no and yes, but I have a hunch that God speaks both words at the same time. The no is the preparation for the yes. The no of law is what opens up our hearts to receive the yes of gospel grace. So this week I'm going to challenge you to do this. Get your Bible. Open your Bible to the book of Isaiah and take some time this week to prayerfully read the first 7 verses. Follow Isaiah's own journey through the guilt and the shame of knowing that he is a man of unclean lips who lives amongst a people of unclean lips. He finds himself in the presence of a holy God, and he feels undone by that experience. And then go further. Go from that no to the yes of God's angel taking the tongs and the charcoal and the cleansing of his unclean lips, preparing him for a new chapter in his history. Follow that story, see how it conforms to your story, and ask yourself, what am I hearing? What do I need to hear? I suspect it's a no, and I suspect it's a yes, and I suspect this week we need to hear them